If you would rather have fun than fall out with your family on Christmas Day, then stay tuned to Freeman's Fun and Games. Right, picture the scene. It's Christmas Day. Someone is already sloshed. Someone else has already broken their present. Someone is a bit disappointed in theirs, and maybe the dinner's late or burned. You all sit down to play a board game together. Only as soon as someone is told to go directly to jail, do not pass go, do not collect £200, they land on Uncle Snoozy's Northumberland Avenue and has to pay him a small fortune. Cue a table flip and everyone retreating to their screens. Honestly, Monopoly is the last game you want to be playing together. It doesn't matter whether it's been flavoured with Pokemon or Disney princesses or Cthulhu. Yes, look it up, that's a thing. This is a game about corrupt property capitalists attempting to avoid jail. And honestly, there's nothing, surely, more rage-inducing than billionaires avoiding jail. So I'd like to introduce you to a game that has never once failed to provide fun with family and friends. Even my wife Donna, someone who is allergic to tabletop gaming, has enjoyed this game. Welcome to Balderdash. This started life as a parlour game, and despite various attempts to put bells and whistles on the formula, the essence remains the same. It's essentially call my bluff. Everyone practices very poor poker faces while they try not to give away which answer is theirs. You can play this game seriously or with tongue very firmly planted in your cheek. And the more you know the people you are playing with, the harder it is to hide what answers are yours. Let me show you how it works. So as you can see, this is a very old box. It's called Absolute Balderdash, and the only reason for that is because it has different categories that have been added. The basic premise of it is a word game. There are words that allegedly no one's heard of, and everyone has to write what their version of what that word means, and then everyone has to guess which one is the real one, basically. And that's the essence of the game. This one added famous people. You say what they're famous for, initials, what they stand for, movies, so there'll be a very, very obscure film, and then dates, which, to be honest, who's going to pick dates? That's a bit boring. It says ages 10 to 110. I would say that's probably pretty accurate, although I have played this game with people younger than 10, and that has had hilarious results. Inside the box, it's very simple. The rules are just one sheet. The board is, it's, I guess, a race to get to letter Z here. And you have your little tokens that go along the board. And that's a very, very simple game. And then you have these set of cards. I'll show you this one, and then you can obviously not use this in your game if this is one that you get. So you can see here, basically everyone takes turns to become something called the Dasher, which is almost like the Quizmaster, and you take turns to do that. The Dasher's aim is to make everyone guess the wrong answer. So they're trying to make the answers that people have written as convincing as possible. And everyone else is trying to write something very convincing. So the Dasher will read out all the answers. Everyone else, they get a slip of paper and they have to write down a fake answer to one of these things. And then basically, everyone gets to vote on which one they think is the real answer. So, as an example, here this word is Gelasin. Gelasin. Someone might write the name of a space elf in a popular 80s cartoon, or a vegan version of gelatin, something like that. And people will write all these different answers, And then ultimately, the dasher will then read them all out. So the actual answer is a dimple-like dent which appears in your cheeks when you smile. So that will be read out, and all the answers that people have said will be read out. And at that point, you can imagine everyone will be looking in each other's eyes or avoiding each other's eyes because they don't want to give away which answers they have written. And of course, the more you know these people, the more you understand how their mind works and what they're interested in and the type of, or perhaps their sense of humor if they're not playing the game too seriously. And there are hilarious results. I don't think the basic word game is the strongest. That's the funniest one. People's interpretations of what these words are is very, very funny. The other one, probably the next best one, is films. Electric Dreams. Well, I know a lot of people would be writing stuff about Blade Runner probably in that example. The real answer is a computer takes over a man's apartment and tries to pick up his girlfriend by playing beautiful music to her. Now, the films one is very funny. People's different films that they come up with. A personal favourite of mine was a kid that I was playing with, Katrina, now grown up, of course, but she, the film was Cracked Nuts, and her film was A Dog Steps on a Peanut Butter Sandwich. That was one of the best answers I think I remember in Balderdash because I could not read it out without laughing. So that was really good fun. The only problem with movies is that there will be someone possibly in your party, and in this case it would be my wife Donna, who has seen the most obscure films and probably knows them and gets them right every time. If you do actually get the thing right, and you submit something that is right, then you get extra points, so you move up the board quicker. So there is there is a less fun way of doing it, which is to actually get the things right, or to try and get the real answers. But it's much more fun just to mess with your family's heads, and that's kind of like the way to do it. And that is basically Balderdash for you. I think just to finish off this, ISR, this could be the International Space, I don't know. Put your answers in the comments to what you think ISR could stand for. Iguanas Saving Revolution, I don't know. And the real one is Instant Sales Reaction. So that's Balderdash, and you keep doing this, you keep drawing cards, going through it, and the dasher will choose, in this version, the dasher will choose which one they think is, whichever one they want to do. It could be that they're trying to win the game and they're going to pick the one that they think is the most ridiculous on this side so that it kind of matches up and people won't pick it. Or they might just go for the one that's the funniest, which is quite often a perfectly valid way to play the game. And that's Balderdash. You just keep doing that until someone gets to the letter Z on the board. And it's great fun. So that's Balderdash. It's quite emotional for me to actually go through this set because there are some answers in here written down that are from people who are no longer with us, or from children who've since grown up. That's because this game honestly is a rare breed in that it is something that does create memories of you playing together, and that surely is what a Christmas Day board game is all about. So I thoroughly recommend it. I don't know who makes it now. It's one of those parlor games that, obviously the license can go from company to company, so depending on what country you're in, someone else will be making it. And even if you don't find a copy new, I know that on eBay there's some fools who for some reason are selling their copy. I would always have this in your games cupboard. That's it for now. Stay tuned to Freeman's Fun and Games. I'll see you next time.